And historically in the 20th century, this can go broadly two ways. There's the fascist way, where what the strong man says is the truth. And it doesn't matter if it contradicts the world or if it contradicts himself, because the fact that he can push through the lie and make you deal with it is the sign that he is in control. The other way is the Soviet way, the communist way, where you say there's one truth, and that one truth is the party line. You can't have democracy on that basis. Democracy requires there are millions of little truths, and we kind of find our way to each other, to one another on the basis of those little truths.
And so when it comes to the truth and democracy and those things that are critical, I wonder about how the press plays in all of this. In some of your writings, you allude to the ways in which the press is an important part in local media. You've even, I think, lamented the fact that local media has vanished in large areas of America. There's just a news desert. And so I wonder if you can speak to where we are now as you look at the media environment in America.
I think that may be the most important point, is that if it's true that you need facts for democracy, then you have to generate them. You've got to create them. There have to be people who get paid to go out there and report. It has to be an honorable and a decent, but also a practically sustainable profession, the journalist. And we've basically chosen the last 15 years to make that not so. So now we live in a country where most counties in the United States of America don't have a reporter covering anything. Most parts of the United States do not have somebody actually doing environmental reporting. And so just to make that really simple, like in most parts of the country, you just don't really have any way of knowing whether the water is polluted or not, or by what, or by whom. And the same goes for politics, right? Like if there's no local reporting, you don't know what's going on with the school board or the city council, and that's really more important than what's going on in Congress 9 times out of 10. But when you don't have local reporting, then all we care about is DC, and we get polarized, and the next step is we go online and we fall for conspiracy theories. So the local reporting is really the foundation of our republic. And the founding fathers actually understood this. And so for that reason, it's sad to watch it go. And it's dangerous to watch it go. Like it's a pattern that we've seen before. Like in Russia, this happened first. In Russia, they lost local reporting, and then you have a few oligarchs, and then you have centralized media. And basically, we're going the same way. We're losing local media. We've got a few oligarchs, their social media channels. It's getting more and more concentrated. So you have to have the belief in truth, but you also have to have the people who are out there creating the truth by doing their reporting. So you ask how we're doing. We're not doing very well. We don't have enough local newspapers. The ones that we do have, you see how the little ones who still exist are making a disproportionate difference. Like, for example, if you take the example of Musk and Trump and the cuts to federal agencies, they have a big propaganda story about that. It's about efficiency, they say. But if you have local reporters in the 50 states, they can tell you what these cuts actually mean to actual human beings. But if you don't have those local reporters, the propaganda story floats out there for much longer.